It is 70s here, which I don't know. I'm not gonna.
You've gone back in time to the 70s?
I'm an American, and therefore I don't, have to do that.
I just wish people would. I just think I wish Americans would go 70 degrees. So often you just go number, and I don't even like it. A lot of the time, I don't even clock that you're talking about because it's usually Scott, and he doesn't put context into his sentences. So when he says it's 100, I'm like, what are you talking about, fam? And then that's
I don't think it's
the
ever
end
been
of
100 anywhere Scott has lived.
No, I know it was. I was making a meme. Okay. You wake up to glittering sunlight. Being in camping in the Elvish lands is, plethora of bird song. It's not too much. It's not annoying to most people, aside from probably Angelica. It's pleasant to wake up to.
Pleasant for sticks.
You're far enough from, most of the town. You don't have, the noise of horses and wagons and things. And the camp itself makes next to no noise. You wouldn't even know you were camping with other people, how quiet it is. And the weather's great.
Well, that's about to change because I'm going to go torment the birds that are waking me up. I'm going to fly after them and just cast gusts and knock over.
Can you give me animal handling? It comes up so rarely. You might as well. Either way, you were gonna scare some birds. When a woman flies up to the tree canopy and just starts blowing wind at them, they're terrified. There's the rest of you hear the panic bird song of all the birds and wildlife.
Norm gets over, looks over.
I don't explain what I do. I just get up and I say nope. And I walk out, and then you hear the panic noises.
Yeah, no, he'll hear the panic noises and be like, that's what wakes him up. He looks over. Oh, she's gone. Okay, yeah, that's what that is.
The birds kind of fly away and then fly back into the trees, 100, 200 feet away. That's assuming after you probably chased them a little bit, because you're crazy. But yeah, that's definitely enough to maybe not wake everyone up, at least give people an awakening if they wish to have it.
My back hurts so much right now. He's just lying on the dirt.
You want something for it? I'm just gonna hand you my pipe.
No. I thought, never mind, don't worry.
You feel like you get a contact high just from seeing the pipe.
Suit yourself, man.
He gets up and does prestidigitation to sort of clean himself and his clothes. He's like, okay, don't have to change clothes now because he's still got my pack.
Sticks walks up behind and smacks you on the back to try and help.
Yeah, that's above a 10. Sure. It hurts, but it works.
Not bad.
Gotta have the anime trope.
And then he grabs your face again and just squiggles your face around.
Stop. Okay, yeah, stop.
And then throws you your pack and then walks.
Thank you. He immediately lays out the bedroll ready for later. Stuff aside. He might actually sit down and lay on it for it's like, oh, that's so much better.
Point out that I wear my sunglasses to bed.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I never take them off.
Weirdo.
He just forgot to.
Nah, it's a style choice.
Some people have just never seen my eyes.
Probably.
Kind of while you're waking up. I mean, you were working at night. You wake up afternoon. Early afternoon. You see a little activity around the camp. Actually, Mouthwash the half-orc is bringing the horses back up. One of them back up into camp. And the horse doesn't seem to be having it. There's actually It's just, you know, a horse doesn't want to go with him, you know. He's trying to pull him by the reins. Being gentle, not being mean or anything. Being very docile with this horse that's having a bit of trouble.
I thought the horses were super chill.
Yeah, like I thought that's what you said.
Sticks is gonna walk over to the horse.
While you do, the horse like properly bucks, and that makes the half orc step back. As I don't know what to say. They could just be so aggressive sometimes.
Sticks comes up and like starts to look at the horse in the face. Is this the one that I was?
Yes, it is. And it like steps back, like ears flattened back.
Yeah. I want to approach it and start stroking it. Does it hate
You can give me an animal handling check.
All right.
It does not like you. It doesn't let you touch it.
At this point, I'm gonna come over as well and try to do basically the same thing. Just be like, "Whoa, what's going on? You guys are so
What's
cool."
going on, buddy?
As he walks over, I'm just looking at Angelica. I think Ollie breathed some smoke on them last night or something. Like,
You're muted.
You come up
That
to
makes
them, cool Ollie, and just that calming presence, like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World. And the horse calms down. Just a little frustrated, but calms down and kind of leans into your touch. And then Malforce will pick up the lead, the reins. Thank you. You have a way with animals.
How I ended up with these guys, am I right? Just kidding.
Yes, you are right.
But I'm gonna follow him with the horse.
Yeah, he actually heads off into town with the horse. Doesn't explain why. It's a very quiet walk, but that's fine.
Cool. I'm just gonna go with him and
Yeah, that's totally fine. I was basically wondering if anyone else wanted to do anything real quick.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
guess I'm gonna continue getting rid of the bird problem. This
Problem.
time with lightning there,
What?
zapping them.
oh my god.
You straight up kill birds.
Cool Ollie's gone, so
Yeah, he's not there.
I was gonna say I think Sticks probably would have come with Cool Ollie because he just kind of follows Cool Ollie for the most part. So
I'd probably be following out of curiosity, and then if something else strikes my curiosity, I'll go do that. But I'm just like,
So
no,
Angelica
yeah.
is just left alone to murder
We-
animals.
We should never leave her alone.
We might have a serial killer in the party.
Well, they are a tiefling. The Malforce, brings the horse into town a little bit, straight up just to a general store. General storekeeper kind of bows and just starts handing over money to buy basic things, vital supplies, just basically just sacks. He's just buying a bunch of sacks, putting them on the back of the horse, strapping them up. Doesn't really ask for help or anything.
Sticks takes them off of the horse once he has them strapped up and straps them on himself and starts to walk.
Dix is a horse of sorts.
He does that a lot.
Is that why you called him animals? Is he a horse facsimiled into the shape of a creature?
Not literally, but actually, you know what? I don't know. Where's Retainer?
He didn't come.
Oh dear.
He's not here. That's fine. He's probably hanging out with Carmichael in the tent. So.
Funny thing is, I'd literally forgotten his name. Just as you walk up, you just walk back down. Regular old errand, nothing crazy. No silliness happens.
I'm gonna try and talk to the bug dude after I decimate the bird population in the area.
Yeah, it's juggling. When you step up to it, unlike the other one, it'll actually like stop juggling and kind of, its antennas twitch, and it looks at you.
So tell me, why is the ringleader here so fucking weird? And blink twice if you need help.
Can you give me a perception check? It doesn't blink. There's kind of a chattering noise. Kind of comes from the throat and the mandibles. This is not a sexy Star Wars insect human. This is an insect. Big old mandibles and weird mouth parts and things.
I'm just gonna nod along to the chattering.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. It's like, yeah, I don't understand a word.
It just starts juggling again.
I'm gonna assume that you need help.
It stops juggling and kind of like tilts its head at you. Its antennas kind of like bend and move.
Yeah. You need help. I'll turn and walk away.
And then you actually walk back to that creature. The rest of the party walk back to that creature kind of clearly had talked to Angelica. Angelica thought at it, and it kind of like walks past, glancing at Mouthwash, the other performer, and then goes in to the front tent, the main tent, Master's tent.
Oh God, what'd she do?
Dix is gonna point to the sacks and point to Mouthwash, and then
just put them on the wagon. Wagon.
And if he pointed, then Styx is gonna go and put them exactly where he pointed. So if he didn't point directly to the wagon, then...
yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah, that's probably for the best. He'll get on the wagon then.
Wait, he'll get on the wagon?
Yes.
Creak.
Fine, we'll just leave him there for a while.
Well, that is the errands done. What about some friend fun, chums? What do you do for fun around here?
That's a great question.
I know what he does. Just pointing to cool Oli. Just like, and then I sort of just sort of.
I'm gonna set up a makeshift throwing dartboard, like throwing dagger board, and I will take challenges.
I would actually take up Angelica on that because I have a trick up my sleeve here. Okay.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, so
Erin just wants to do this because she's 1 for 1 in winning throwing dart games in Jarviskjir.
Okay, so I'm going to deliberately pull out my short sword and the dagger and do a flourish with the blade, deliberately essentially attacking the air, so I can do this and this.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Make it roll.
Yep, so I will do that. And then I will... Oh, no!
Well, at least you get bardic inspiration on it. That's 15.
Yeah.
It's 15.
And that,
that's
it's
fine.
doubled for it's in stationary object that's not...
so
attended, so it's 20.
Okay, yeah. Angelica?
And I'm just gonna roll my darts roll. I think.
So he does like the
Yeah,
flourish,
same,
and then
same.
just in mid-flourish, he just goes...
Oh!
Oh, damn!
You get a bullseye. She does the typical like land the dart on the dart. It's happened before.
Touche.
Dix is just gonna grab a rock.
He's gonna break the dartboard.
He's gonna throw it at the dartboard. Is that just a strength check?
Yeah,
Ollie?
strength check. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, strength attack.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not proficient in rock though.
It's an improvised
Presumably.
weapon, which you're not proficient
Okay.
with. So, what? I don't remember the rules on that.
I'm just gonna do a strength check.
Just give a strength check. It'll be fine.
That seems reasonable.
You missed the tree.
Yeah. That's okay.
I'll give it a go too.
Yeah.
There, friendos.
And while Cool Ollie's making his throw, I'm just gonna say, by the way, I asked the insect bug creature if it was being held against its will, and it wasn't able to answer me.
I'm just gonna say whether
It's
this hits or misses. I literally go to unsheath my dagger and it slips out of my hand as I do so. And that's me throwing it. Yeah.
You hit the tree.
That's pretty good.
The ballerina woman, who's actually still wearing the same outfit, does. And now I accidentally rolled the dice, and it's a 13. So she actually, that would, adding up, be a 16. So she actually will go up, take a dagger. And you didn't even see her around the camp. They're like in their tent most of the time. But she just picks up one and actually hits the dartboard. It's not like a bullseye or anything. She kind of nods at that.
Styx will come over to her and like put his hand up for a high five, like nodding really jovially.
There's a pause. Yeah. And then she will kind of and then she'll kind of do a bit of a very ballet flourish, kind of turning around and spinning after that.
Norm walks over, pulls out the dagger, and then pulls the dart out of the bottom of the dagger, and then gives the dart back.
Oh, and after I asked the bug creature if it was being held against its will and couldn't give me an answer, I went and talked to the ringleader. Just so you guys know.
Are you sure it just did that because it's there's something going on, or is it maybe because it only speaks bug?
It might only speak bug. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't
he's
speak
going
bug.
to translate.
Cloth doesn't speak.
Translator, can you speak bug?
Oh, there you go. Look.
Cloth doesn't speak. Not any language that any one of us has been able to find.
I mean, it did noises.
Styx is gonna kind of look over for Carmichael, who's probably actually in the tent with other Carmichael.
Cats make noises, but that doesn't mean that they're intelligent.
Oh, look, I think it's a little bit unfair to assume he's intelligent just because of the way he looks and the way he talks.
Styx is going to.
It's like the reverse of the argument I was expecting.
Brett just died a little.
Yeah, that actually may have broken my brain a little bit. And she actually nods and is like, I honestly do not know. I've been wondering about what it is since we picked it up.
Styx is gonna go and find this bug person without saying anything to anybody.
Yeah, you find him on the way back to their tent. He will kind of stop and look at you.
And I'm gonna speak in beast tongue to him and say, do you speak any languages?
It's still difficult for it to speak beast tongue, but it does. And it says, mine and this.
Just this for me. Doesn't go so well.
Understood.
My friend yeah. He has
You have multiple friends.
the one who speaks to me speaks this language. He could translate if you need to.
He kind of leans in and then leans back. He's like, I have nothing to say.
Understood.
And then
I'm gonna pat the insect on the shoulder.
It's tough. It's like a tough material. And then it kind of skitters back into its tent.
Yeah. And Styx is gonna walk back over to the group and just go.
I think he made a new friend.
Good. Bug Boy's just living his best life. Potentially being captured by the people here. We don't know.
No, he
Impossible
would
to
have
say.
said something, surely. I mean, wait, I don't even know if they can. Can you? He can't understand me. So he goes to ask him if he can talk to him. He's like, there's no point. There's nothing. Just gonna stop.
Where's the retainer?
I don't even know anymore. We should check the tent.
Yeah.
I don't want to go, but screw it. We'll discuss this later. I'm sitting down here.
Anything else you'd want to do before it gets to performance time?
Dix is actually going to go back and sit with the ballerina if she's still hanging out there a little bit.
She is, yeah. She's outside. You should practicing.
Yeah, he's just going to sit and watch.
She
and
does
smile.
not. She does not interact with you other than there's a little bit of a smile back. She's always had like a very, kind of like
Yeah.
beautifully stoic face, if you know what I mean. But she does. There's a little bit of a smile at one point.
Yeah. Styx is giving her like a big grin. Like it's one of those big dumb grins where it's like he's not hiding at all that he finds her attractive and like is
Oh no.
he's got a little bit of a crush, but he can't say anything about it. Literally cannot say anything about it.
Okay. What a way to spend a day. Day turns to night, and crowds start to form again. The Foremont's Master will kind of walk through the camp, clapping to get everyone ready and things. It's like, same again. I don't think we need more practice. I don't think we need a routine. I think this will bring in all the crowds. I think this tonight's performance may even be better than the last. Had people going around town talking about your art. I think this could be magnificent.
Styx is giving him kind of a blank look because he.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's gonna be great.
Yes, it is. He will. Sort of heads inside as the crowd gathers, and you don't need to make any kind of checks to tell it. It's actually a bigger crowd than last time of people. Can you, unless you want to do anything different about your performance, give me all your performance checks. This is just going to be one for the whole thing because you kind of know what you're going to do.
Then here's the question: if we're doing one for the whole thing, do I do strength or charisma? Probably strength. He's more. 2 out of the 3 were strength, so
We should bardic inspiration ourselves before we do this.
Yeah, we really should.
It's like, I don't know, forethought and planning.
That's very in character for you not to.
Right?
Yeah, the
This
bases
time-
are really killing it this time.
The performance isn't entirely that much different. What is different is that the other 3 performers know what you're doing. And, their motions are much more in time. Actually very in time. The juggling, like the catching is to the beat. The fire is blown by mouthwash in the climax of your song. And Laia the ballerina actually, is deliberately dancing to the song. So kind of like dancing song adjacent. The crowd loves it. They can barely fit in this tent. You can tell that the tent doors are open and there are people kind of outside trying to fit in. And it ends with, again, rapturous applause as you leave the stage. Louder than last time. The noise swelling to quite a degree.
Ooh,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna charm like the people like in the front row to just
hell
go
yeah.
and spread our word.
There's
I
actually,
is the word they
there's
use.
actually the funny thing is the people charm. No, the chant. Nom.
Yeah.
Because that's what's written.
he will start to do proper like getting real into it as they chant.
I hate that name.
And when it's all over and you kind of leave through the back, the performance master does at the same time, a little bit after. It says, Better than last time, better than last time. I see a lot of gold in your futures. Kind of goes around to front to start collecting extra
Perfect.
tips.
That was awesome.
The ballerina Lyre kind of eventually comes out. She performs a little bit longer while people are kind of leaving. She's been like dancing non-stop since when you guys woke up. There's really been no pausing until she kind of goes back and helps sort of set up some food. And that's when you notice that your tent is bigger now. It's a bigger tent. It's kind of like a square 4-poster tent with 4 beds in it. 5 beds in it. The retainer has a bed as well.
Good for retainer.
It kind of
We
is
get
a tent that
bed
fits
for the
4
most?
people, but like there's an extra like bed kind of scooched into the side there. And they're straight up wooden beds brought in, mattressing and everything.
Well, look at this. See? Much better. Isn't that right?
Better. Yeah.
I actually like it. His the bedroll that he sprawled out is just like on top of one of the beds.
Slumber party
Goes in-
style.
Much better.
Six is gonna start packing up his stuff because no one's told him that they're staying for more than one night.
Stop. It was a gesture to the way I'm setting up my stuff.
I kind of give Sticks like a sorry look, like an apologetic, like.
Mouthwash will come over to the, Uto's tents are set by the campfire and starts heading it up and like, I'm sure you're all hungry. And start taking food from the sacks to cook, etc., etc. With help from Lyre, and Cloth kind of is around, not really helping so much. Kind of stays actually close to Sticks, funnily enough. After, whatever chatter you have, the performance master will kind of come by and pour the gold coins onto a tree stump and kind of motion to the lot of you. It's 100 gold this time.
Ooh. The question is Sticks taking his lot this time?
Put it into the bag with the other portion.
Okay. Norm immediately takes his and starts counting it out.
Are
making
you
sure it's
going to
good.
be performing another night? I hope you do. The crowds surely love you. They would be so disappointed if we performed and you weren't here.
Norm's gonna look at the others, just like mid-counting, like,
It's not all about the money, Norm.
true, but also we're making a name for ourselves.
That's right, I hear them chanting your name.
That was awesome. She'll be real angry about that one.
Stupid fucking name.
Everything he says is the truth.
Well, you all know my stance on it, so it goes back to eating.
He'll straighten back up and leave you to it. If you need anything, if you do change your mind, I'll just be over here. Go back into his tent.
Dix
One more night couldn't hurt.
in Beast Tongue will turn to Cloth and say, "What is he?"
Our master.
Master.
Your master too. Soon.
I have no master.
That will change.
Owned?
Not owned.
What then?
Trapped.
How?
You kind of see him tense up a little bit. It's when you notice that the ballerina is looking at him, and he will kind of walk past you over to her and pick up some food on the way because your food's done and it smells great. This guy must be using some kind of like barbecue wash technique because this barbecue is good every time.
Styx is gonna turn to Lyre and give her a nice big smile. Like that same stupid jovial smile that he was giving
She
her while
actually
he was
gives
walking.
you quite a big smile back.
Yeah.
Can you give me a perception check?
Yeah.
That's when you notice she's made of spiders.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh.
She's so pretty.
Yeah.
She's like an angel.
Mm-hmm. Styx is gonna sit down next to Angelica, with a big old hunk of whatever food is there. And he's gonna start stuffing his face, but not actually be eating for a moment. And kind of point his finger at Angelica and send another message. And
If you're trying to do this stealthily, I'm gonna
I
need you
am.
to give me a sleight of hand.
sleight of hand, you got it, boss. Can't do deception instead?
Sleight of hand makes more sense for trying to hide magic to me. This kind of magic
Okay.
actually gives sleight of hand some fucking purpose.
Yeah, no.
Because once you get thieves' tools, there's no reason to sleight of
No,
hand
there's
after
two
that.
ones in a row.
2 ones in a row, huh?
Yeah,
You said you were
you
rolling real
jinxed
well
it,
on
yeah.
break. You
I
did it.
Yeah,
You
no,
wanted to jinx yourself.
a little bit. So, regardless, he's still gonna send the message. But this is the same voice that you heard earlier. I actually don't know if you would recognize Styx's voice in common though. You'll hear a message saying they are trapped. He's their master.
Wait, in common.
In her head.
In her head.
Although, admittedly, with a one sleight of hand, he whispered not very stealthily.
Well, that again, I mean, that's like, I'm definitely doing
You
that.
wouldn't recognize it, and there's noise going on. Yeah, it's...
I knew it. Let's break into his tent and rifle through his shit. Sneakily. As I'm eating. Which I can do because I rolled 21.
Yeah, you did. No one... You noticed that Styx is doing something weird. It's kind of hard to place it, but you never get that it's to Angelica, which actually kind of fixes it. Because if both of you were acting weird, then it'd be like, well, obviously. But Styx is just a weird dude, you know?
I'm going to assume we're on the same page.
I apologize.
That-
That was a real cough that I ended up putting in the voice because I couldn't help it.
It was great. I liked it.
Yeah. Now here's the question: do you know that that Styx saying that to you?
With that
I
roll...
imagine you've done it before, maybe. Like, we've been together for long enough.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, he's only trusted like one person with this, and it wouldn't have been
Wouldn't be
Norm.
Norm.
And
Nope.
cool Ollie wouldn't have remembered. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Plus, you weren't exactly sneaky about it this time.
No,
so
exactly.
I imagine I can put that together.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? After the three performers eat, they kind of go back into their tent. Although actually, noticeably, Lyre kind of sits, kind of like on a bag right at the entrance to the tent. So she's like looking out.
I'm gonna not so subtly go up to her and be like, "We need to have a band meeting." I like wave my hand away and then close the tent doors.
She doesn't stop you. And they don't
Does she
open
go?
again.
Does she leave?
No, it was. I think she was. Sitting
She's
in
like
her tent
inside, so
door.
you close
Oh,
the
yeah.
like on her. So she's just still in the
Go.
tent, and she doesn't open them again. So
I'm gonna go, leave.
you want us to leave the camp?
No, she's in her own
She's
tent.
in her
Oh,
tent.
she's in her own tent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. How would I even know she's in her tent? I'm not paying attention to her tent.
She's sitting at the front of the tent looking out, is
Yeah,
why.
so you
Okay.
just close the door on her, basically.
Walk over to their tent, shut it.
Yeah.
That I can see Angelica doing that.
Yeah, no,
it's perfectly in character.
So, we're gonna break into the master's tent and rifle through his shit.
I'm sorry, what?
Hell yeah.
Cool, I was on
sorry,
board.
what?
Why can't you be on board? I think we do. Normie?
Because this is a real bad idea. Why are we doing this?
Because Spix thinks that these people are being kept here against their will, and I don't disagree.
I'm gonna put a hand on your shoulder and be like, and the dude doesn't like cats.
Yeah.
Who the fuck don't like cats, my guy?
Styx is sitting there and scratching his nose. Hey.
Is the translator around?
No, it was a band meeting. He's
He's not part of the band.
Is Carmichael part of the band?
Yes.
Yes.
Carmichael is part of the band.
Okay.
He plays.
It's fine. I can translate for Spix. Don't worry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Something to get out of here.
Well, I guess.
What he said.
Styx is going to stand up, do the stretching motions that he was seeing earlier. That he's clearly not actually stretching; he's just doing the motions. Yeah. And then he goes out, and then he's actually going to go and like knock on their tent, and he is knocking on their tent. It's not going to make noise, presumably, but he's gonna like on the three other performers' tents.
Oh, okay, he's doing that then.
Laya will open up the tent kind of flaps again.
Hi.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. In Beast Tongue, he's going to say to
Cloth,
Cloth.
who you see. You actually see. This is the first time you've seen inside their tent. It's dark in here. There's nothing in there. There's just the three of them.
Oh shit.
May I come in?
He kind of like makes a slight shrugging motion, and you just walk in. Yeah.
Styx will walk in and sit down next to them, and he'll pull out his spoons and start playing a little bit in front of them, and just kind of go ahead.
Give me a spoon performance roll, please.
Sure. Spoons or performance?
Spoons, but make it a performance.
It.
Would you like?
finally
Would you
clicks.
like? It's charisma then.
This is
time.
charisma. If you're
This is
trying to decept them all into being distracted for sneaking, then it's charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, admittedly, I didn't figure out that's what you were doing
Yeah, I
for a
like the
little
idea
bit
of
either.
us just staring at this, then like, oh, that's what he's doing.
Oh shit!
You actually hear clapping along, a little bit of playing along, and that's when a lot of you are like, oh.
Who's gonna be the sneaky one?
If you're gonna do this, let me do it. And then he just turns invisible.
Where'd he
And
go?
then you see like footprints in the grass. This way, come on. Just
Are we
stay
gonna follow
nearby.
Normie? Oh, you're following Normie.
Stay nearby. If I scream, come in.
Great plan. Perfect.
Yeah, sounds great. And
And I'm
Can you
going
two
to-
give me stealth checks, please? I know you're steeping further back, but you're still sneaking.
I'm gonna ask Ali.
Oh no!
You want some
Can
drugs?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no! I'm glad I'm ahead of them.
We can just pretend like we're smoking outside.
yeah, exactly. Like we're literally
That's-
just kind of like meandering around the camp, just smoking.
if Styx sees you guys where like you're super obvious that you're like not, he'll like while
You're
he's
playing
the
the spoons.
Yeah, but he might motion over to like have them come join. Join in on the party. That's part of the percussionist's job, is to bring people in.
Fair enough. They're not being so smooth, Norm. You know that you probably only have a little bit of time to sneak in if you want to.
Yep, no, Norm would. He's been given enough reason to be curious.
You want to?
And he's overconfident.
How do you want to go about this?
He would. Okay, so he would wait to hear if he sees anything inside the tent by like the entrance to see if he comes out to them, like
You
obviously being
can't
loud.
See anything through the gold? It doesn't seem like he's leaving.
Okay. Then his best bet is to try and get as close to the ground as possible and just sort of make it look like wind's just blowing it a little bit as he rolls in.
Can you give me a stealth check?
Actually,
Yes.
No advantage.
Oh, no advantage. Okay.
because you're going through a door.
Oh, that's only a 7.
You
It's still a
try,
11.
and you just kind of like hit the side of the tent. It's actually a lot tougher than cloth, and then you like kind of realize it's like kind of sealed to the ground a little bit, and that's actually when 3 guard show up into the clearing, and they see these 2 idiots. And literally walk over and be like, they're trying to steal from these tents.
No, we live here, but do you want to join us? And I'll pass him whenever we're smoking.
Yeah.
You can give me a persuasion check.
Can I assist in
Yeah.
this?
You are assisting in the stoner
Excellent.
aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
There's 3 of them. And one of them's sort of like, okay, you're not doing anything suspicious. Can you just scout the area, please, to the other 2 who walk around?
Okay, I would like to do something here. I want to
Yeah?
actually make use of... Oh, shit. Sorry.
I hope that wasn't the
It's
fresh,
on
the
the
fucking coffee.
I'm gonna knock my mic over, but I want to use my satire bard ability of doubting words to basically just convince these 3 guards to fuck off and just join us and get high instead of
Oh my god.
this calls for a morale check, which basically is just a DC 10 plus whatever my
Oh,
bard-
good. Yeah, I was saying, oh, there isn't morale check mechanics
Yeah.
in D&D.
Yeah, so basically it's a default 10 and plus 3, so it's a DC 13 wisdom.
Wisdom.
Ruh-roh.
They're just like, after we've checked the place, this is probably fine, but you know how weird sometimes circus people can be, and walks around the 2 of you,
You guys just need to relax.
and
Did they
sees
hear my spoons?
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
when they kind of draw their swords and like, there's an orc, and rush towards him.
That's playing music.
I would like to cast Calm Emotions.
It's a group of people? Yeah, okay.
It is.
It's a 20-foot radius.
Charisma saving throw. Yeah.
My
I love-
save.
Ah man, that sticks. Just chill out.
Yeah, I'll be like,
I-
guys, he's with us. He's just chilling. Don't
While
even worry."
exhaling smoke in their
Yeah.
direction.
Exactly.
They kind of slow down and are like, I guess it's okay. I guess it's fine. I guess we can smoke a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Everyone does their own thing. Like, don't feel any pressure or whatever. But like, you know,
I know this
we're
guy.
you know.
I also know this guy.
As do I.
And funny enough, his name was also Ollie.
What's the cool Ollie?
By normal human standards, yes.
Alright, fair.
You and funny enough, there was also another Ollie in that friend group as well. There were 3 Ollies. It's crazy. Yeah. They calm down and come back over and kind of sit in a little bit of a circle with you. You pass the pipe around.
Yeah.
With that distraction, is there anything you want to try and do, Mr. Norm?
Yes. I would like to try and go in the front door again by. So this is the front, like the door, the curtain rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the curtain. You said I rolled against the bottom of the curtain and it was like locked to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I try and sort of just pull a little bit and peek in?
Try. And again, this doesn't feel like cloth. It doesn't budge even a little bit. It kind of reacts like cloth does, like to your fingers, but it doesn't like pull aside.
I'm gonna go down to where it meets the ground and start trying to sort of like find the edge on the ground. Do I find an edge?
No. It's just kind of like together.
Interesting.
It looks like it's just fabric that's kind of resting against the ground, but it's actually like sealed there.
If I dig a little bit into the dirt, does it go into the dirt further?
No.
Okay. So I want to dig a little bit, get my fingers underneath, and then can I sort of pull it up a little bit?
I'm trying to think what check this is. Sleight of hand, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like picking a lock.
Picking a tent lock, yeah.
You like sort of try and do that, but it's like you never find another side. But also, you're trying to like dig through dirt and tough grasses and weeds and things. It'd take a long time and a shovel to do this properly.
Yeah. This is weird. Okay, right now, down near the bottom where it's like stuck to the dirt, I'm going to take a dagger and just slowly push it through the cloth at the very base, like where it's neck.
It does not give.
Well, this is weird. I'm going to walk. I've got the invisibility for an hour. I'm going to go back to Angelica and just in her ear just whisper, "The tent won't open. It's stuck to the ground, and I can't pierce it with a dagger."
It's a fucking tent.
No.
Why are you having problems?
It's like it's a wall.
Have you tried stabbing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stab it harder. Like,
I'll be right back. He goes back and he goes to a different part of the tent, so not the door, and tries to sort of push in a little harder. Does it give?
Can you give me an attack roll, please?
Oh, okay.
It doesn't give, and then you appear.
Yep. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna put it away. Just. And then walk over. Hey, guys. What's going on? And just walk over and sit down.
At this point, I feel like I've actually forgotten what we were doing. And I'm just like,
You're just smoking with a bunch of guard, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. These guys came from town and they're chilling out with us. And
I just gonna tell her.
him.
I hit it hard enough it broke my invisibility, and it didn't break. Just saying that to her out of the corner of my mouth, just like, this is not good.
Well, they rolled a 2 on perception, so you're good.
I'm just talking to the guards. Like, so, where are you guys from? What's your name? What's your deal?
Over there, town. Like, they
Sick.
talk to you. It's kind of... They seem very stoned as well.
Like,
Plans?
yeah, I know the
Inane.
half-orcs is kind of like scary, but like, when you just stop looking at life through that lens, it becomes much more beautiful, you know? Like, he's a
Yeah, life is
beautiful
about
soul.
beauty.
Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him
He
make
sure
those
is
sounds.
going.
He still is playing the spoons like vigorously.
His stamina is respectable. I wonder if he'll ever break. How long can he go for?
He hasn't
Oh.
stopped since I met him, and that was years ago.
A long time.
It's a long time.
He's broken many spoons.
The spoon
Maybe.
will break before the orc does.
I'm gonna whisper to Normie. It's like, maybe the magic has to be like re-upped. Let's keep an eye on him and see if we get a window. And
Okay.
when we do, you have to be prepared to go.
Sounds good to me. So yeah, I guess we sit and wait to see if he ever the tent anything changes about the tent at all.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast an Arcana check on that if I could,
Sure.
because I'm changing it.
Uh,
Nope.
you're definitely magic, right? But that's that's pretty much all you get.
You know, I'm watching to see if the wind ever moves the
Give
front
me
the front flap.
perception.
And
check.
if it does, that's when I go. Okay.
Over around an hour, the guards will go back to their patrol. Leave you.
Oh, that was almost an 18.
You don't really notice anything change about the tent. You actually like start to notice now that you're sitting here looking at it with intent that you can kind of see inside of it, like the glow of maybe a lantern inside or something. Just silhouettes, you know, where the bookcases and bags and crates and things were inside. And you can see that the Grandmaster of Riz will still be there. His silhouette is very definitely his. But
After the
it looks
the
like
guard-
it's belonging, like it looks like it's moving like a tent does. But how does a tent move? You know,
After the
there's a lot of
guards kinda
smoke
move
around.
away, give
yeah, I will
them-
explain to Cool Ollie about what's going on once the guards leave.
Yeah, as the guards leave, I'm gonna give them some oats for the road.
Road oats.
Yeah, and
They're elves. They appreciate road oats.
yeah, well, don't want you to go hungry. And
It's a long road, man.
while you're kind of explaining what's happening, I'm just like, oh, so clearly we just need to get him out here. I'm just gonna yell, be like, hey, Top Hat Master, come hang out with us.
I might nudge Normie. Like, this is your opportunity. Go.
Yeah,
I
I will.
think this is the perfect time for us to take a little quick break. Because I'm not role playing as a guy without taking a pee break. Ain't happening. Ain't happening.